We are live. Greetings, my fellow Nigerians. How are you doing today? I bring you warm greetings from uh, Jefferson City, Missouri, USA, North America. I hope you're all doing well in Nigeria or wherever you are in the diaspora. I'm your humble host, Edmund Ike, hosting today's Nigerian Constitution and You're Right, a show powered every Tuesday by the Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria. If you're wondering, why am I here at this time of the day? Yes, this is not my usual time. So I am broadcasting like 1 hour, 13 minutes earlier than usual. The show is every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Nigerian time. We'll maintain that time, but today I have an emergency that came up and I have to address it now before the show time. And the show must go on. We cannot neglect or leave you with wondering where is Edmund? Where did I go? So yeah, that's why I'm broadcasting 1 hour, 13 minutes early. And it's going to be a short show because I have to run. And if you remember, if you were here last week, you remember I said we have concluded the series on the fundamental rights of Nigerians. That is, 14 fundamental rights has been completely addressed over the course of 14 weeks, 13 or 14 weeks. And I mentioned that this week we're going to start a new series of touching on the branches of government, the tiers of government, and the powers of those. When we talk about it, we'll talk about the powers of each branch, like the powers of the legislators, the powers of the executive branch, and the powers of the judicial branch. So that is the focus of the next series, and it's going to last for about 6 weeks. Uh, and it's going to be a pre-recorded series. It's going to be a pre-recorded series. That means I am not going to be live. Like I'm live at this moment. You can comment and respond to my and join the conversation during the live sessions. Unfortunately, we're not going to be live, so you won't be able to comment starting from next week for the next 6 weeks or so. Uh, so yeah, so that will be the next 6 weeks. It's going to be pre-recorded. I apologize. It's going to be pre-recorded. Those my humble and and consistent people that like coming online to comment. Unfortunately, you won't be able to do that for the next 6 weeks. So bear with me. After that period, we're going to resume fully live broadcast so that you can comment, you can join the conversation and enjoy the show together, okay? And learn the content of the Constitution and the roles that you have to play as a citizen and the role that government have to play as a government so they can hold the government accountable and also make sure you stand for your right. So that is generally what this show is about. Nigerian Constitution and your right, Nigerian Constitution, know your right. And once again, it is powered by the Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria. So let me take a quick comment before we continue. Uh, Paul the Spaceman. Say good day to you. Good day to you, Paul. Paul, can you see me? Can you see me? Please confirm. Send a message if you can see me because last week there is some technical issue. The audience could not see me, but the audience could see the guest on the video. So can you see me on the video? Please, I would like to know because I don't want to spend the next 10 minutes on a blank screen and you can only hear my voice without a video. So if you can see the video, please comment in the comment section and let me know if you can see the video as we continue with the show. And today is going to be a short show because I have to run, address some issue. And from next week, Tuesday, till the next 6 weeks, it's going to be a pre-recorded show, pre-recorded. I don't like the idea of a pre-recorded show, but that is what needs to be done. And that's what we'll do for the next 6 weeks, okay? So bear with me for that 6 weeks. Can you guys see me? Can you guys see me? Let me know as I continue. If you can see me, please let me know. Can you see me? So today, because of the short time of the show, so we're not covering any specific topic. So this is just informational to let you know that We're starting a new series starting next week, Tuesday, and to also give you a rundown of what the series is about. And then we're going to touch on the importance of being law-abiding citizens and being good citizens of our beloved country, Nigeria. Well, we'll use a video clip to address that in a short while. So let's start with a quick break. Well, can you guys see me, please? Can you see me? I've seen in the comment if you guys can see me. I don't know if you can see me or not. If you can see me, please comment in the comment section. No one has commented yet. Can you see me? Can you see me? Can you see me? Let's take a quick break.
Invitation. Principals and proprietors of public and secondary schools in Nigeria are hereby invited to register 2 of their students for the first national quiz competition on the Nigerian Constitution for secondary schools in Nigeria. Commencement date 1st October 2022. Deadline for registration 15th August 2022. Registration fee free. Venue virtual. Prizes to be won by the 6 best schools include millions of naira, laptops, copies of the Nigerian Constitution, and lots more. Please request a free application form by sending an email to write.gcsdn@gmail.com or gcsdn@gcsdn.org. You cannot stand for your rights if you don't know your rights.
This project is powered by the Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria, GCSDN, and the Rescue Me Now Data and Media Limited.
Signed, Dr. Edmond Ike, Project Administrator.
Welcome back from that short break. And during the break, there was a little advertisement of a program that we're about to embark on. We've already started and we'll be receiving applications from different schools. So we encourage you to keep telling schools in your area. If you see secondary school in your area, say, okay, go to the school, to the school administrative blog and talk to the headmaster or headmistress or proprietor and say, have you heard about a national quiz competition that will be hosted by the Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria? If they say no, tell them about the national competition that every secondary school that is government approved or that is registered with the government is free to apply, and it's free of charge to apply to participate. And if your school is among the top 6 schools in the nation that win in the national quiz, then you will get gifts. You will get laptops, you get monetary awards, and some other, and copies of the Constitution and other benefits. And also, it's going to raise the profile of your school to say, okay, the students of this school are doing well and they are very conversant with the Constitution. That means other academic rigors have been met in the school. So yeah, tell people, if you are watching this show and you own a school, try to send us application and we'll go from there. The deadline for sending an application is 15th of next month. 15th of next month. So it's just 1 month and 3 days away for the deadline. So please make sure you seize this opportunity and submit your application. And the actual national quiz is going to be on start on October 1st. That's on Independence Day. Independent quiz is going to start on Independence Day, and going to so please make sure your school participate, or if you know the school in the area, make sure they participate. We have done our part, and we keep doing our part. We have sent out invitation letters to the various state ministries of education, and also doing advertisement in various media, like Facebook, WhatsApp, on our YouTube account, and our website, and on Twitter. So we'll keep promoting this event, and hope that schools are going to key in, and the Ministry of Education are going to do their part by sending the message or the information to their various schools under their states. All right. So I said this is going to be a short show, and so let's discuss about something I have in mind about why that, this show is about knowing the content of the Constitution and knowing what is required of you as a citizen, so that you can be equipped to stand for your right and fight for your right. and also hold government accountable. Because if you know the roles of government as prescribed by the Constitution, then you can this is what the Constitution say your role is. This is what the Constitution say your role, and you're not meeting up. You need to sit up, and that is why our next series is going to cover the different arms of government, branches of government, and what they do and the powers they can wield. Okay, so please stay tuned for this series, and always join in the conversation in this comment section as the show continues. All right, so the problem of Nigeria is not just about the government not doing their role, or the government not performing, or the government not doing what they're supposed to do. But the other part of the problem we have is the citizen not doing what the citizen is supposed to do, the citizen not being law abiding. And to have that brief conversation today, I'm going to play a short video clip.
I cannot go here. I cannot go here. Motor, I'm not up. Oh, I'm going to can't say more. Oh, you're I can't say. Oh, yeah? No, when the man will get a hang with the Papa and Gagua, can't he say a rep while he said it. And one I can say. Oh, when I can apple one in a one on Mwaka, I used to go in the Boski Bahosa. Mwaka na lakunde la buja, wole tia hajaga. Tia, anima, tiwa hajaga, anima rute ba hana. Omodele ha nwanne m udunti o ewo. Andoranda buru na aka njọ karịa nke ndị police. Anima abịa, awela ma we na. Laazu ha amagbu onye na ha mali em udunti. Laazu ha amawa n'anya. Pọrọ ha ga ha amagbu onye n'aka ntị.
Welcome back. I hope you watched that brief 1 minute video clip. There's a longer version of that video, and there's several clips that show when a demolition is going on, and what the guy you see, the police officer or the law enforcement officer, slapping and hitting back and forth. That is a famous prophet in Onitsha, Anambra State, known as that goes by Odumeje, but his actual name, I think, is Chukwemeka, is actual name, Prophet Chukwemeka, but he goes by Odumeje, or also known as Indaboski, the lion himself, the liquid metal, the man of war, not the preacher of peace, and not the preacher of love. So that is Indaboski, that is Odumeje. So that video clip showed, it shows two videos going on concurrently. One, the event when the police officer was slapping, or the law enforcement, because the police, and I watched in the news a few days ago, and the police officer said, was saying that man is not the man, that those people are not police officers, that they are civil defense or whatever, that police officers are better trained and not going to do that. But we know that's not true. Police officers in Nigeria have done worse than that. So even the police was just defending themselves. That's why he said, oh, a police officer cannot do that. That is not a police officer. He's a civil defense officer. So whether it's a civil defense officer or a police officer or whatever that person is, what matters is that is a law enforcement officer. So looking at that video, you see the law enforcement officer was unprofessional, which is not new in Nigeria. So, and this show, like what this show is doing, we encourage people to take action when your right is infringed upon. If you remember last week, we talked about section 46 of the Nigerian Constitution 1999 as amended, and that section 46 told us that when you feel that your right is being infringed upon, not when it is infringed, so when you see or when you think that your right will be infringed upon, then you should take action. So you should not wait till your right is infringed upon. And in this case, this right was infringed upon. He was treated inhumanely by that law enforcement officer, and he can sue that department, that organization. And I encourage him to actually sue the organization because that is what he's supposed to do. That is one angle of this conversation. You can join the conversation in the comment section. I want to hear your views. You can tell me your views, what you think about that video or that incident. I'm sure you probably by this time, because this incident happened last week, so you might have watched different clips and different versions or longer versions of that video. So you can comment on the comment section and tell me what you think. But so yeah, I've said one side of the story that yes, the law enforcement officers were unprofessional, and has been the case ongoing in Nigeria for years, for decades. And that was what led to NSAS protests in 2020. And that has not changed. So we have to keep fighting and asking for our right to be respected by law enforcement officers, and keep pushing for our right to be respected by law enforcement officers, that no Nigerian should be treated inhumanely like an animal, like a lowlife, by a law enforcement officer. That is what we should be pushing, and we do this by voicing our opinion and by suing any department, any law enforcement department, any officers, any person. You can sue the person itself that was the perpetrator, and you can sue the department itself and even the state. You can or even the federal government, because if it's the police is a federal government agency. So the army is also a federal government agency. In short, most of the outfit enforcement or military outfits are usually federal agency. The paramilitary can be either federal or state. So you can sue from different hierarchy or different levels. So I encourage that. Then let's move to the other part of the conversation. Was Odumeje law-abiding? The answer is no. Odumeje, the lion himself in Daboski, was not law-abiding. And that is what the meat of the matter is. So it is not only dependent or only restricted to the government to abide to the law of the land. The citizens have to also abide to the law of the land. When we are citizens, then we are able to produce good governors, good presidents, good lawmakers, because all these leaders come from the citizens. That is why we, the citizens, have to start being good citizens, making sure we obey the law, making sure we change our thinking, the way we see our fellow human beings, our fellow citizens, or the way we do things in general. Okay? You have to start doing that. Like in this situation, the government of Anambra State, for over 3 months, have already announced that they want to demolish all the buildings that were illegally. The key word here are illegally. Most of those buildings are illegally erected. Why did I use the term illegally? This is Nigerian Constitution, and you're right. We're talking about Nigerian Constitution. So I have to always talk about the legality of issues here. So those structures were illegally erected. So you have to be sure to do, because that is a waterway. Those structures were on a waterway. It blocks the waterway. The water cannot drain properly from the city down to River Niger. So that is a waterway that allows water to flow from the city to the River Niger. But over the year, over decade, people with impunity. So listen, impunity is not just the government. It's not the government. It's not just the government that acts with impunity. The citizens of Nigeria also act with impunity. So that action of people, that process or the act of people building or erecting structures where they are not supposed to be erected is impunity. It is impunity. It's as impunitive as when the government make laws that does not favor the citizens of the country. That is also an impunity. That's an impunitive measure. So the government acts with impunity and the citizens act with impunity. And it's high time that we stop this kind of attitude, this kind of life, this kind of way of always acting in impunity, because that translates in the kind of leaders we have. Our leaders do not come from Mars. Our leaders do not come from out of space. They are our fellow Nigerians. So we, the Nigerian citizens, have to start acting right, have to start doing the needful. Like the government of Anambra told these people, these structures are blocking the waterways and have been illegally erected. There was no approval for you to erect the structure, and we are going to demolish those structures to free up the waterway to build better waterways so that drainage can happen, to clean up the city and build a better metropolitan city. They had meetings with the landlords, including Odimeje himself, but this landlord refused to do the needful. The needful was, I know it's painful because these are millions of naira worth of buildings or structures. Yes, you have wasted, that money is a waste. First, you made the mistake of actually erecting the structure without approval, government approval, and or not making due investigation of, is this land reserved for government use. So before you buy land, so let me just add this. We talked about land right about 3 weeks ago on this show. I will talk about doing investigation. The government is in charge of all the land in Nigeria, the state government specifically. So yes, those are the state government is the custodian of all the land in Nigeria. So before you buy any land, make sure you're buying land from good agents, or if not from good agents, make sure, if not from an agency, at least make sure you do your research and make sure that land is not reserved for any government use. And before you buy it, do your due diligence is important. So had it been they do their due diligence, they'll know this land is a waterway and you're not supposed to construct in a waterway. And that's one. And then, okay, you made the mistake, you erected the structure. Now the government, after many years, the government have decided to do the right thing and make sure to build a more modernized city. And the government gave quick notice, please vacate the structure. Vacate the structure, want to demolish and create better waterway. You have 3 months to do it, but they refused to do it after meetings and conversations with the government. The people refused to do it. And then the government acted as the government is supposed to act, demolish the structure itself. And then people will say the government is horrible, the government. So we need to balance the story here. The government need to follow the law, also the citizens need to follow the law. So that is the essence of today's conversation. I want to hear what you said. Let me read the comment section and see what you've said so far. Okay, Paul, I've read this. Good day to you by Paul. And Yoma Odorige say, well done. Thank you, Yoma Odorige. Thank you. And thank you for commenting. Thank you for coming to the show. So that is the meat of the matter. I said this is short. It's going to be a short broadcast. This is where I leave you today. You can continue the conversation in the comment section even after the show on our YouTube channel or on Facebook or on Twitter. So that is the conversation today. And as I said, we're starting a new series next week, Tuesday, and we are going to maintain our usual time, 9 p.m. Nigerian time. 9 p.m. Nigerian time. I started 1 hour early today because I have an appointment and I cannot have to meet my appointment, and I also have to broadcast the show because I want to make sure every Tuesday there is a show. The show must go on, so that's why I'm here. So we'll end the show here today, and which is next Tuesday. Please tune in from next Tuesday to the next 6 weeks. It's going to be pre-recorded. There's going to be a show every Tuesday, but it's going to be pre-recorded. I'm not going to be live. You'll see me, but it's not live. It's already been recorded. And we're going to cover, let me give you a rundown of what we're going to cover. Good. Next Tuesday, we're covering the preamble of the Constitution and Section 1 of the Constitution. And then the following Tuesday, the 26th, we're going to do Section 2 and Section 3 of the Constitution. Then August the 2nd, Tuesday, August the 2nd, we are going to focus on Section 4 of the Constitution. Then Tuesday, August the 9th, we're going to do Section 5. Section 4 of the Constitution, actually the legislative powers of the legislative branch of government. So I said we're going to do the various branches of government, so that you know what the different branches of government does. We are in the electioneering period, which is the election campaign year, and next year is the election. 2020, February 2020 is the election. So that's why I think it's imperative you understand the various branches of government, because over the years, it seems that Nigerians do not understand the roles of the various branches of government, and they are only focused about presidency. But the president and the vice president is not the only people that matter. There are other branches of government, because the president and VP are just the executive branch of government. They're just the two key players of the executive branch of government. There is the legislative branch and there is the judicial branch of government. So we are going to be covering these things for the next 6 weeks. So yeah, that's what we're doing. So August 2nd is going to be about the legislative branch of government. Then August 9th is going to be Section 6, that's the Section 5, that's the executive branch of government and their powers. Then August 16th is going to be the judicial branch of government and their powers. And then August 22nd, August 22nd is the judicial branch of government. August 29 is going to be the tiers of government, the state, the federal, the state, and the local government tiers of government. So we're going to, so that people can have a well-rounded view of the governance, so that you can know who to hold accountable for what and for what, so that you can be good citizens and hold your government accountable. So this is where I leave you. Let me say no more comment. Why people? Why? You should be commenting every time. So yeah. So no more comments. And this is where I leave you. Oh, let me play. Let's take a quick jingle before we close.
Register to vote and collect your PVC now. Affliction shall not rise a second time.
That is why we members of Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria, GCSDN, is calling on all Nigerians, irrespective of tribe, religion, and political affiliation, to embrace our new formula known as 23 unto 23, which means you must encourage 23 persons to register for their voters card. Then the 23 persons should get another 23 persons to register too for their PVC. If 23 is multiplied by 23, we shall arrive at 529 voters card. If 189,035 of us do this, we shall have 100 million voters ready gidigba for the 2023 elections. By December
2022,
GCSDN shall organize a global online election where we shall all choose the presidential candidate to support in the 2023 elections. We must elect a patriotic and visionary servant, a servant that will put our country and our citizens' rights above his or her personal interests. Oya, let the journey begin.
This message is powered by Prince Ewemade Concourse, PROGCSDN.
All right, welcome back. If you paid attention to the last part of that jingle, it said by December 2022, there's going to be an online election to choose the presidential candidate that the Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria is going to support. Okay, there's a correction. That online election is not going to be in December anymore. It has been moved to October. So the online election is going to be October 2022. That's this year, October this year. So that the campaign season is beginning at that time, so that people can have the campaign quickly. That is why we shifted from December to October, which is a better time. So we'll keep announcing that, and make sure to participate in that online election powered by the Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria. This is where I leave you. See you next Tuesday, 9 p.m. Nigerian time, or 3 p.m. US Central Time, or 4 p.m. US Eastern Time. Thank you very much for watching. Keep sharing this show, keep inviting people to watch this show, and always be part of the show and join in the conversation by always commenting in the comment section. Share. One love. I remain your brother, Edmund Ike. Goodbye.